welcome your host, Richard Madeley.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. Good morning. We have got a holiday to give away, but only one person can win it out of these three contestants sitting here. And we'll know about that in about 25 minutes from now. So let's check out their passports to begin with. And we're going to start with Muriel. Morning, Muriel. Let's take a look at her passport. Oh, it's Muriel Titterington. Muriel lives in Preston. She's a cook, and she was born in Preston. Well, how long have you been a member of the Titterington family, Muriel?
Quite a long time.
Did it give you any second thoughts before you took your marriage vows? Did it?
One or two.
Yes. I mean, do you get teased? Do you get teased a bit?
Occasionally.
Yes. Well, it's a combination, isn't it? It means either laughter or something else. Anyway,
yes, it's usually something else.
Usually something else. Well, then we'll skip that. You're a ballroom dancer, aren't
Yes.
you? Yeah. So how long have you been doing that for?
Oh, about 7, 8 years.
Yeah. Have you won any prizes?
Some trophies.
Yeah. What's your best step? What's your best dance?
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot. Well, it's one thing we can't ask you to demonstrate, but I'm sure you're wonderful.
I'm so glad.
Yes. Well, the best of luck this morning, anyway. Let's move across to Ken now. This is Ken Daugherty, and we open his passport and see that he lives in Neilston in Glasgow. He's an engineer, and he was born in Glasgow. And I hear, Ken, that Paul Anka, you know, the pop singer, as was, knocked your wife over, or something.
No, it was on holiday with my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And we were just walking through Caesar's Palace, as one does. And
absolutely, yes.
just walking through, and from the corner of my eye, I could see all these guys rushing down this big marble staircase.
Yeah.
And I'm just walking ahead, and the girlfriend was behind me, and all of a sudden I heard thump. And I turned around and she was lying at my back, and all these heavies were picking her up.
Yeah.
And I turned around, there's a little guy in a white suit with the immaculate tan. I went, Paul Anka. And I'm trying to kick her to get her to stay down. Are you all right? Are you sure you're all right? She's going, oh, yeah, I'm fine. And she got up and walked away, and I went, do you know who that was? She went, no. I went, that was Paul Anka. She went, very small guy, ain't you? And she walked away.
Well, if you'd broken something, you could have autographed the plaster cast. Well, anyway, the best of luck this morning, Ken, and I'm sorry for mixing up your girlfriend with your wife. Hope your wife didn't mind. Right, let's move across now to Lindsay. This is Lindsay Pact, lives in Enfield in London. She's a sales manager, and she was born in Ilford in Essex. And, well, we've had a ballroom dancer up the top end here. You're a bit more earthy. You're going for mud wrestling, is that right? Or once?
I wish you hadn't have brought that up. Is this the dirty tricks round?
No, go on. Tell us about it. What happened?
Well, when I used to work overseas as a courier, we used to include it in our beach parties as sort of a bit of an entertainment.
Yeah.
And for all the people that had any complaints, they used to get me in the mud pit and we'd have a bit of a mud wrestle. And
I bet all the guys had complaints, right, by the end of the holiday?
Yeah.
So you reckon you could hold your own, do you, with some of the experts?
I think I could, yeah.
Would you like to see her doing a bit of mud wrestling this morning? Yes. We'll come to that in the commercial break. You'll miss it at home, but we'll see it here. All right, good luck, Lindsay, anyway, this morning. And let's get back to Muriel Titterington. And, Muriel, let's have a look at the picture that you brought in of yourself this morning. Yes, a very sweet baby. What was your maiden name? What were you called then?
Saul.
Saul. Right, well, a very, very pretty-looking baby. Let's take a look at the newspaper that was printed on the day that you came into the world, Muriel. And it's the Times carrying advertising, so there's a bit of a clue. No news on the front page in those days. And let's take a look at the newsreel that was being shown in cinemas around the country the year you were born. Captain Malcolm Campbell in Bluebird, reaching speeds of 240 miles per hour at Daytona Beach. And across the Atlantic, President von Hindenburg at 84 was celebrating the 12th anniversary of the foundation of the German Republic, not the Third Reich. So, Ken, how old do you think that makes Muriel?
67.
You say 67. All right. Don't say anything, Muriel. Lindsay, what do you guess?
I'll guess a little bit younger. I'll say 66.
Oh, just 1 year younger. OK. Muriel, in fact, you are.
61.
61. Ken and Lindsay, that's a little cruel. Well, you weren't much kinder, Lindsay, but you were closer, so you get 2 points. Sorry, Muriel.
Get them at playtime.
You'll get them at playtime. You'll get them in dirty tricks if I'm any judge. Anyway, the best of luck now, Muriel, with 3 questions on your year of birth, which was, of course, 1931. OK. Who was Prime Minister when, in August, the Labour government resigned and was replaced by a coalition of the 3 main parties?
Ramsay MacDonald.
MacDonald is right, 2 points. Which top British manufacturer of sports cars, 5 times winners of Le Mans, went bankrupt in 1931 and was taken over by Rolls-Royce?
No idea.
Oh, have a guess then on the buzzer. Ken and Lindsay, if you want the bonus. Yes, Ken.
Lotus.
Not Lotus. Lindsay, do you want to have a try?
Triumph?
No, it was Bentley. Bentley. Would you believe? OK, no one gets the points there. Muriel, you get another question. In June, which romantic novelist carried the first aeroplane-towed glider mail in her own glider from Manston Aerodrome to Reading? Romantic novelist, 1931.
Not Barbara Cartland.
It was Barbara Cartland. Well done. She's a game girl, isn't she? Still going strong. And you get 2 points for that, Muriel, taking your score to 4 points. Right, Ken. Let's move down to you. Square-jawed Ken. Ah, he's a bit of a softie in his younger days, wasn't he? Was that your family cat?
Yes, it was. Actually.
What was it called?
Trixie.
Trixie. Do you remember it with affection?
No.
All right, well, we'll lose that picture then. And take a look at the newspaper that was being published on the very day that you were born. Your parents wouldn't have had time to read this, but it was the News Chronicle. Morrison's election plan ready for his party. That's a bit of a clue. Anything else on the front page that I can look at? No, I think that's the main clue there. Let's take a look at the news footage that was being shown on the newsreels in the cinemas. And 36 miles of lights were taking the black out of Blackpool as it lit up after 10 years in the dark. That's a good clue. And Sir Stafford Cripps and Ernest Bevan were being briefed in Downing Street prior to the crucial Washington talks on the then dollar crisis. OK, Lindsay, how old do you think that makes our Ken?
I'll say 47.
You'll say 47, and Muriel will say...
39.
39. Ken, you are, in fact...
44.
44. Oh, no, this is a tricky one. So you're 3 away, Lindsay, and you're 5 away. So, in fact, Lindsay, you get the points. You get 2 points. And, well, at least you made him sound younger than you look. Sound younger than he is, Muriel. That's kind of you. Ken, which year were you born in?
Sorry?
Which year were you born in then?
49.
1949. 3 questions on that year for you. Which ex-haberdasher from Missouri was inaugurated as president of the USA in 1949?
Truman?
Yes, Harry Truman. Which scientist was reported in March as saying in a News Chronicle interview, "When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity." Oh, Ken, I gave you the accent, mate. I mean, come on. No? Relativity. All right, on the buzzer. On the buzzer. You're out, Ken. Yes, Muriel?
Einstein.
Albert Einstein. Absolutely right. 2 points. You knew it, didn't you? Yeah. You knew it. Yeah, it was the accent that threw you. Sorry about that. All right, on we go. Which famous actress was fired from the lead role in the film musical Annie Get Your Gun for not showing up for work, and she was replaced by Betty Hutton? You were born in 1949, weren't you, Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah. No?
I didn't look those ones up.
All right, buzzer time. Anybody coming in for the bonus? You don't lose anything for trying? Which famous actress fired from... Yes, Lindsay?
Marilyn Monroe?
No, it wasn't. Do you want to have a go, Muriel?
No,
OK, it was Judy Garland. Judy Garland. Never mind, Ken, you have broken your duck. You've got 2 points. And let's move on to Lindsay. OK, Lindsay, born in Ilford. What did she look like when she was living around those parts? Well, I didn't know there was a beach at Ilford, and you look like a little boy there, actually. You've got the right picture there, is that you? Really? How extraordinary. Right, OK. Well, times certainly have changed you, Lindsay. Let's... Was that really you? Well, I am bothered. Right, let's take a look at the newspaper that was published the day you were born. It's the London Evening News. Lumumba flare-up. Put him on trial, says Kazavubu. Ali Khan leaves Bettina £100,000. So it sounds like the Ali Khan had either divorced or died. Let's take a look at the newsreels that were showing in the cinemas at the time, if you weren't watching the telly. And the first traffic wardens were let loose on the streets of London. They've ruled it with a rod of iron ever since. Donald Campbell, meanwhile, was reaching 365 miles an hour in Bluebird, but he miraculously escaped it before it cracked up.